Hi, do you sometimes have a requirement to do an alarm system for a very large factory, warehouse or something like this? Let me example. Something like this building here. The back warehouse is on 2 floors, 2 large buildings, and you need to put an alarm in and you're concerned about the wireless distance range. Well, I'm going to show you a solution with our Rock Alarm. So our standard Rock Alarm already comes with quite a good distance. Basically in open space, the distance between the sensors and the hub is about 100 meters in open space. Of course, when you start talking about going through brick walls, stone walls, that distance varies. So when we start thinking about an office or factory that's maybe a couple of buildings, etc., that's when we might want to think about adding in our wireless repeater. And this should ensure that any large building you want to cover, with the use of the standard hub, multiple sensors and the repeater, we can get full coverage across that building for you. So I'm going to show you how to set that up right now. Okay, so for the purpose of this test, I'm just going to demonstrate with a set of door contacts and the hub itself, and in a short while I'll introduce the repeater to get to the far end of the warehouse. So first of all, what we need to do is I need to add the contact to the hub itself. So I'm going to go into Accessories, I'm going to click Add down the bottom right, and now I'm going to separate the magnet from the contact. We heard that beep, and sure enough, if we now hit the X there, we can see the door sensor is now added. And sure enough, if I now arm the system, and I'm going to now open the magnet to trigger the alarm, and sure enough, we see that has now activated. So I'm now right at the extremity of this particular building, and in this corner I've got a door contact that I'm testing, and we can see on the alarm system here it's already in arm mode. So I'm now going to separate this contact, and if it's reaching, we should see a message up the top, a notification that the alarm has triggered. But we haven't, nothing has happened. Just going to disarm that for a moment. And now we're going to add in our wireless repeater, and hopefully I'll demonstrate to you that that's all working well once we have the wireless repeater in situ. I'll show you how to do that now. So I've now placed the repeater beside the hub here just for the purpose of pairing for a moment. So first of all, I want to add the hub to the repeater. So in order to do that, there's a button on the side I'm going to press here, and that puts the repeater into pairing mode. So now I've done that, I'm going to press a button on the side of the hub. And we heard that that beeped there as well. So now we've done that, we're going to take them out of pairing mode. And we're going to go the other way. I'm going to put the hub into pairing. And then I'm going to add the repeater to the hub. Okay. And they're both now added together. So now we've added these two to each other, the next step of course is we need to add the door contact to our repeater. So again, really straightforward process. Let's put the repeater back into learn mode by pressing the button on the side. It's gone red. And now we just do the action of separating these two guys. And that is now added. Unpair. Okay. Okay, so we have everything synced up with the hub, repeater and the door contact. So now let's just arm the system. We can see that the hub has gone blue, and in a moment, there we go, there's the repeater. So the system is now armed. Now also, I'm about to separate this contact to trigger the alarm. Take a look at what we see at the top of the phone screen, because that's going to be important when we do the next bit of the test. So I'll separate them now. And sure enough, we get that notification there, you see. So I'm just going to disarm that now. So I've now placed the repeater in another part of the building, basically halfway through the building, just to kind of demonstrate. And I'm going to go through that door there, right through to the opposite end of the building. So here we are at the remote end of the building again. I'm now going to arm the system, and we can see that the system is now armed. And so the next step will be, I'm going to separate these two guys, and this time pay attention at the top of the phone screen. We should see the message, the alert push notification come through telling us that the system has gone into the alarm state. So let's just separate this now. And there we go, the system has now alarmed. Thanks for watching this video.